Right.
I want to make this clear. We began this party in 2005, and got registered by INEC in 2006. After our registration, 2006, so from 2006 to now, maybe 16 or 17 years. But then the party has undergone different transformation. In 2011, we had about 8 other groups join the party. But the major transformation that happened was in 2018, when CNM is Coalition for Nigerian Movement, the grassroots mobilizers, and the Civil Society for Action. These 3 other groups joined ADC, and a couple of others that are very small joined the ADC, and we began the process of redoing the constitution, our symbols, and some of our values. As a matter of fact, people then even wanted us to have a change of name, but some leaders say ADC is a very strong name, therefore keep it. So a new party began in 2018, and a new constitution was done. After, so I became chairman. That was really the time we actually did a real national convention. Before then, we're just a small party that we're trying to construct ourselves. But when this mega coalition came forward and we formed the major party, we came up with a new constitution, and I ran for the office of the chairman, and I won. From that time to now, it's just 4 years. That is one. We were going to have the national convention with the presidential primaries in Abeokuta. The both were planned. But somehow, when we started the presidential primaries, because of all the delegates, and we had 2,050 delegates. By the time we finished the accreditation and everything, and started voting, and everything was live, we voted until almost 1 a.m. Most TVs were there. By the time we finished counting, it was about 2-something. By the time the presidential candidate that emerged finished his speech, it was almost at 3 o'clock. The item for national convention, electing of national officers, could not take place. We had a meeting with INEC, and INEC explained, and we said everybody was tired, people were singing, and everybody disappeared. We didn't want to do a kangaroo thing. Then we resolved there and then that we get back, we consult with INEC. There were provisions for how it's done. When we got back, we wrote INEC at the appropriate time, because you give INEC the due time. We wrote them, and we called a special NEC meeting. We called a special NEC meeting. We looked at the different challenges. We said, going for a national convention now, it would be very expensive, and also you don't want to do internal contestation during the time we are running our campaign for presidency and other elections. It wouldn't be in the favor of any party. And the laws try to prevent anarchy. And that's what happened. We held the NEC meeting and decided to extend the tenure of the incumbent persons for 1 year. And after that, we wrote to INEC that our national convention will come up on the 28th of May. We're not even waiting for that 1 year that was passed by NEC. So what the candidate and the people he's been sponsoring, for whatever reason, they want to reduce our party, which he's been doing from the very first day, or rather, which we started experiencing from the week that he was elected our candidate. You can see the candidate we have doesn't have a campaign office. He runs the whatever he calls his campaign, and others everywhere around, at the root TV. office. He doesn't have a national campaign office. He doesn't have a poster. He doesn't have any poster. He doesn't have there's no vehicle in Nigeria that has any sign of Dumebi Kachikwu, etc., etc. And what does he want? We've had, before this time, we've been having, a serious issues with him because we said, where is the manifesto? We constructed one and took to him. He kept it. Fine-tune and give to us. No. Where are your strategies? How can we move on? Everything we have done, he's not acted on it. And then one very day, we saw a nasty video. And that is the last thing that NWC said, we can't take anymore. He came up with a nasty video saying that he's dissolved the NWC because they've overstayed. The guy who is supposed to be running in our party doesn't even know the history of the party.
Wow.
And so on. So this is exactly what happened. And NWC said, this man is not running an election for 3 months. Almost all the major papers have written on their pages that where is the ADC candidate? They were expecting this mega force from this guy that defeated 12 others. And nothing happened. And it kept all of us here in tears because we've worked very hard to get this party where it should be. After this nasty video meant to desecrate ADC, we said enough is enough. As a matter of fact, if it's in the US, party leaders will come together and say, you have stopped, you can't run anymore because you don't have the mental capacity to be president. You don't have what it takes, the emotional intelligence or the leadership to be president. Balarabe Musa, for instance, may his soul rest in peace. He started a party since 1970-something and remained the chairman of the party until God took him recently. I don't intend to do that. I respect him. He's a great man. But I have at different times within this 18 years that the party, started, I've at different times relinquished that office. And then maybe after election, I traveled to Europe to be with my family. And when I come back, the party is going down. I start to bring money to beef it up. Within these 18 years, 124 political parties have been deregistered, 127 really. We have statistics of it. After the last election, about 7-something was deregistered. You know that. Then before that time, 40-something was deregistered. 40-something plus 7-something. Then before then, 21 was registered. ADC survived it. And we built a great brand from nothing, from our sweat. Myself, National Secretary, who are the founders, and all others. From our sweat, our resources, we built a brand from 0 to number 3 party in Nigeria. And then we now brought a very caustic person who brought our party down. Whatever it is, with time, it will be revealed. But God lives. We called NEC meeting on the 25th, not 28th. On the 25th, we called the NEC meeting. And we properly notified INEC that we needed to call that special NEC meeting. We gave them a proper notice. And INEC was present. What we did is not only ADC that has done so. APC did it and kept their NWC and national officers for almost 3 years before they did national convention. PDP has done it at different times. Other parties, I know, there's no need of mentioning them. They've done it. The neck of any party, the power of the national convention rests on the neck. That instead of, no matter what it is, instead of allowing yourself to get into some difficult situation and see chaos happen, NEC should act. And the NEC acted. INEC was here. INEC certified it. They were here. And some ignorant people see NEC as, oh, you can go and gather all the state chairmen, put them in the hotel, and then they will come and vote out 18 NWC officers. People were not thinking right. Meanwhile, the NEC is the state chairman, 36 of them, then 11 zonal executives. Zonal, we have 6 zones. As a matter of fact, in ADC constitution, we have the 7th zone, the diaspora zone. 11 officers each. 11 times that's almost 77. Then before you add 18. So somehow, because they've not taken time to study the constitution, because they have been mercantile in approach, and somebody have come to devour the work we've done, you know, he thought he will get 36 state ESCO, that's state chairman, put them in the hotel, and then they come in one day and say, we voted out NWC. Evil thought. But everything we've done to keep the integrity of our party has been very, very legal. We have some elders, and we have critical stakeholders. We are consulting with them. Before long, we'll have a meeting. And then the decision of the NWC, the decision of the NWC, critical, you know, we all get together and say, come, this guy is causing a menace to the party. We have 2,000 ballots. We have 2,000 other ballots. We have House of Assembly, almost 1,500 and something. House of Assembly, I think we have 1,401 running for House of Assembly in our party. And we take it very, very seriously. You know why? Because in 2011, it's one House of Assembly that we won that kept us alive. Otherwise, we would have been deregistered. So we understand this. We take every House of Assembly election properly. Then we have 300 and, for something persons running for House of Rep. We have 107 persons running for Senate. And we have 28 persons running for governor. These are very important ballots to us. We are calling them for a strategic meeting so that we can decide, do we need this guy to run down our party? Whatever his intentions are, we don't know.